Hello Sagittarius, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do your reading for February 2018. It's a general reading and it will cover all aspects of life, work, career, finances, family life or whatever you're doing. If you're interested in love readings, I already published love and relationship readings for February. You can find them in my playlist. For private readings, you can contact me through tamara.tarot30@yahoo.com or through my webpage or the Facebook page. All the information in the description box below. I'm also on Instango, which is the mobile phone application where you can quickly contact me and ask a quick question or even actually to chat to me. Okay, so this reading is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon or Sagittarius Rising sign. And I hope it resonates with you. If it doesn't, please watch your Moon sign or your Rising sign. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we have for you for the month of February, dear Sagittarius. The first card we have for you, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. We have Queen of Cups, we have Four of Pentacles, and the Hermit. We have Six of Swords, Ace of Rods, King of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Two of Cups, the Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles, and the Star. First, what I've noticed, you've got quite a lot, several major arcana cards, which is really good, which means that it's significant reading for you. It might actually last not just for February, but for a much longer period. The way the spread works is that in the middle we have the present. On the bottom of the spread we have the near future, and over here we have the recent past. But time is fluid, it's not always, exact, so the way it is. So if we talk about the past, it could be just maybe yesterday, or maybe it's a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago. So see how it actually resonates and how it applies to you personally, dear Sagittarius. Okay, let's start with your recent past, and we have a Wheel of Fortune. It tells me that you've been in a really good period, just before February, obviously, dear Sagittarius. Wheel of Fortune is telling us that the period when we had to carry that heavy wheel on our shoulders, on our back, when it felt like we carried the whole world on ourselves, is turning, and instead of being on the bottom of it, you're actually now like this king and queen on the top celebrating. You are actually just, maybe and now as well, you're in a position of being on the top of this wheel and enjoy life. So whatever situation was in your life, it's turned, and it was time for you to enjoy life, to celebrate and leave everything, sort of behind. It's fantastic card, Wheel of Fortune, major arcana, saying that, whatever was, if there were any troubles in the past, they are in the past, and you are now on the top of the world. And I have a Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is the water sign. It's Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio lady, probably. She's very emotional, affectionate, loving, caring. She's also very intuitive. She's sort of, for me, an equivalent of High Priestess. She's got that sort of intuition. She follows that intuition. If I, for example, would like someone just to go, and if I have a trouble and I just want someone to listen, I would go to the Queen of Cups. If I want someone who would give me a practical advice, I would probably go to the Queen of Pentacles. But if I want someone who actually solve the problem, I would probably go to the Queen of Swords, because she's all in the intellect and very cold person. Not cold, but she uses her brain rather than. This one would be the one who would be making me hundreds cups of teas. who would be there for me, listening to me, and, you know, patting me on the back, on the shoulder, and she would be the one who would tell me that everything is going to be okay. So she would be there to listen to me, a very soft person, very nice person over there. So Sagittarius, if because you're a fire sign, actually this is your opposite sign person. She's the water. If you're a fire, you're a water. It's actually quite a good mix. If you have, ladies, if you've got a friend like this, or it's your mother, or someone, for gentlemen, it could be your partner, and it's very good connection with the water sign for you. And next to it, I've got the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, maybe that's what the Wheel of Fortune turned. Maybe, you know, you and your partner are very happy, or it brought you this person into your life with whom you're very happy. She's very soft and gentle. And it's also good with the money, actually. Four of Pentacles is having stability. It's not having too much, because 4 is not a huge, big number, but it's also having a bit of stability. 4 is very good because it's like 4 pillars of any sort of structure. It keeps everything, it's the basis of everything. And this card, sometimes called the card of the misère, because it means that you hold to your money very tight. I've got no problems with holding money too tight. I'm personally not. I'm very generous, but sometimes I think I should be holding to the money, because nothing wrong with that. And there are periods when we don't have any, and we need to sort of cut on something, on spendings, or, you know, being too generous with our emotions or funds or whatever we have. And it tells me that you are holding tight. Maybe, you know, Wheel of Fortune only just turned for you, dear Sagittarius. Maybe before you had a lot of trouble, financial or whatever, emotional or whatever trouble, and it is a good now when the Wheel of Fortune is turned, bring you that beautiful person into your life. It is time to hold on, because you haven't got used to this, you know. Nothing wrong with that. The Spirit's message for you is the Hermit. The Hermit is having a time in solitude, using this torch to look inside yourself. It's a card of like meditation. It's also a card of Virgo, maybe Virgo person who is significant for you this month in February, dear Sagittarius. But it's also nothing wrong actually to be in solitude. If you need that time for yourself, when you can actually analyze and check everything, you know, run your emotions through this circuit, you know, head, think about it, then check it in your heart, in your gut feelings, how it feels for me. You know, if there's any ideas, any sort of relationship, situations at work, just run it through your personal circuit of head, feelings, and then behave. So it's very sort of good advice for you. Use that torch, look inside of you, check with your heart, how is it feeling? Is it this person, the right person for me? Or is this job the right job with me? Is this situation goes well with me? What my heart is telling me, what my gut feeling is telling me. That's what the card is telling you, dear Sagittarius. Look inside yourself. And in the present, if you look inside yourself, you find a solution, or you decide that I think you will find this, the decision, you know, solution. The Wheel of Fortune turned for you. It's a time for you to move away from whatever in the past, you know. Wheel of Fortune obviously turned from the bad times into the good times, isn't it? So it's time for you to leave that bad times, bad situations, bad people, whatever it was, behind, and take that journey across the river. A river represents emotions. Cross that river and go into the happier place for yourself. Go to the, you know, shore of happiness, you know, bank of the river or the seashore where you're going to be happy. I'm talking about hypothetically, not really, but sometimes actually this card talks about actual journey, either by water or across or by plane maybe, but across the seas and waters, and moving somewhere where you're going to be much happier. Or moving to the place which is by the river or by the sea, even if there is a little pond or something where there is water or a spring, that's where you're going to move. What I want to say on there, dear Sagittarius, you still carry those 6 swords with you on the boat. This sword represents all these negative feelings, all the baggage you're carrying with you. While you're traveling, crossing that water, you need to get rid of this baggage. You need to get rid of those swords. So you need to get rid of that negative thinking. That's what I'm trying to say. And start anew. And you will. You already started because it's in the present. You're either in transaction. I forgot to say that sometimes, because swords is all about what's happening in our head, it's our pattern of thoughts, it's our mentality, it's subconscious, conscious. It could be a journey just in your head, making that decision that, right, that didn't serve me, I need to work at myself, I need to learn how to be able to get rid of this negative thinking and be a much happier person. Maybe use the help of someone professional, I don't know, psychologist, counselor, or someone who is just very intelligent and can help you with that. I need to make that journey in my head, how to learn how to sort of move into a better place mentally, have a better place in your head. And you will make this journey, physically or mentally. You will start a new project, passionate project, creative project, something you will decide to do, some creativity. It's something completely new. The idea probably will come to you and it will be like, wow, it's like this present. You see the hand that's holding that wand is like a present from the gods, from the spirit to you. Here we are, take that wand and start this new idea, initiate this new idea, start this new project or whatever, business or whatever you're starting. Have a new sort of chapter in your life. And you are very passionate about it. There's a lot of fire, which is, you're very fire, you're a fire sign, Sagittarius, so yes, over there. Next to it, I see the King of Swords. This is a complete opposite to you. It's an air sign where you are fiery and passionate. This person is opposite. He is very sort of, as I said, can come across like quite cold, but they're not. They can be cold and calculative, but King of Swords uses his brain. Uses his intellect. He uses that sword to cut anything which doesn't serve us, anything which is, rubbish in our life. He just uses that sword and cuts it off. He also could be like a judge. He can bring clarity in business, clarity in our affairs, clarity in legal issues. It's, as I said, it's an air sign, Libra, Gemini or Aquarius person. Could be your partner, could be someone you're dealing with, but it could be, as I said, as a legal issue, because next to it I also see Ace of Swords. It's another, you've got two aces over here, and you've got a third one over here. There's a lot of, you obviously moved recently, as I said, either physically or emotionally or mentally. You moved, and everything is new for you. That Wheel of Fortune, when it turned, it gave you the chance of starting all these new chapters in your life. New chapter with your finances, new chapter with a new project, a new chapter having clarity, finally having a clarity in your life, getting the truth, getting a clear vision of what you want to do, with your life. Another hand from the heavens, another hand, this time offering you a sword of clarity of mind, of, clarity in any affairs you're dealing with in a business, in, at work. It's fantastic. Having 3 swords, it's 3 new beginnings, and you're like blessed with this Hierophant. Look, he is holding this, his hand, and, I know it's, he represents the Christian religion here, but it doesn't matter, any religion. You're like blessed by this Hierophant in this all new beginnings. You've got the soulmate over here. You've got the star success. Wow. Well, Sagittarius is having a ball in February. That's what I see. I see that it wasn't easy, because the Wheel of Fortune turned after some unfortunate events, obviously. And no one is moving like this woman who is humbled on this boat from one side to another. So obviously you moved from somewhere, or just, as I said, from somewhere where it didn't serve you, where you weren't very happy. But now you've got all this clarity, you've got justice, you've got passion, fire, you've got a soulmate in your recent near future, someone who could be it's a good partnership. If we, as I said, if it's a general reading, talks about everything, it's not a love reading, but it could be a love, new love interest in your life, or this, look, it's the same person could be, which you met in a recent past, you two like a soulmate, or it could be partner in business, or anything. It could be just a really good dear friend as well for you. And you're blessed in all this new beginning, because this Hierophant is literally like between this Ace of Swords, Ace of Rods, and you've got also Ace of Pentacles. It's if you're expecting any payouts, to Sagittarius, any pay rise, maybe at work, bonuses, I don't know, insurance payments, anything which you probably thought you will never get, or anything, or inheritance. Money are coming. You're starting something new. It's also can talk that you will be able to start a new business, a new investment, a new house, put a deposit on something. Anything which is tangible, which is financially sort of good financial securities. That's what this card represents. And I said, you are blessed by this Hierophant. You learn from the good teachers in the past in order to, to come this way. And the final message for you is the Star. It's wish fulfillment card, healing from the previous troubles, having hopes, having all this, having a future, shining as a star. It's just brilliant, really good, very good. You obviously deserve it, Sagittarius, because as I said, you're moving from somewhere which, there wasn't no happiness for you. Let's see what additional messages I have for you, dear Sagittarius. We have the Mother of Pentacles. It's a Queen of Pentacles. You remember I mentioned the Queen of Pentacles when I talk about this Queen of Cups. I said if I need someone just to listen to me, I will go to Queen of Cups. But if I need a practical advice, I would go to the King of Pentacles. You've got the Three of Cups, a card of celebration. You've got the Hierophant again. Again, you're blessed. You've got Nine of Wands, protecting yourself, standing your grounds. And you've got Six of Wands, another card, fantastic card for you, which is a victory card. So what we have, as I said, Mother of Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, a Capricorn lady who is very practical, down to earth, analytical, a very motherly figure as well. So that person could be either partner or a new relationship. As I said, you've got a couple of characters. You've got this Queen of Cups, and you also got the Queen of Pentacles as well, and you've got a soulmate, partnership card. You also forgot to mention that the Star card also represents a sign of Aquarius. Aquarius could be significant for you. Virgo as well. So yes, and next to it we have a card of celebration. Three of Cups is having a good time. I think the troubles are over, definitely for you. It's time for celebrate, getting your friends together, having a drink, putting your hair down and having a good time. And it's maybe celebrating that victory, celebrating, as I said to you, because the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords could represent some lawsuit or somewhere where it actually didn't go all the way to the court, but it might be solved on a certain level. Because I don't see the Justice card, it's only go see the Ace of, and that maybe it's just gone to a certain level where it's actually being solved, and it's time for you to celebrate and this victory, which represents by the sign of by the card of Six of Wands. By Six of Wands also talks about being recognized by people for your successes, for your achievements. People will will notice that you achieved that will see your victory as well. Very good card. and a Hierophant. You've been blessed with all these aces in this reading in the month of February. You've got all this new beginning. You've got the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles. Count your blessings, dear Sagittarius. Really good months for you, and stand your ground. If there is any troubles, stand your grounds. Don't persevere. Whatever you're doing, persevere. Never give up. That's what the card is telling you. That's the last card of this reading. And I would like to finish on this positive note. If you would like me to elaborate and have a private reading with me, please contact me. It's tamara.tara30@yahoo.com. I'm on Instango mobile phone application, or my webpage is running, or my Facebook page. You can always contact me. All the information in description box. But I'm going, God bless you, dear Sagittarius. I'll see you next month, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.